Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another speed build. Today we are doing something a little bit different, and by different I mean not so different because I very recently did something just like this. For those of you who don't know, the Sims 4 Romantic Garden Stuff Pack is currently free for anyone to download, which I think is really exciting, and at the time you're watching this video I believe the promotion is going on for one more day. The promotion ends January 9th, so make sure you go and you download the pack. I mean, even if you don't like the pack, it's free. Who doesn't like free stuff? I love free stuff, okay? Which is why today we're building a house that is only base game and romantic garden stuff. Yes, I said it. Yes, I also died a little bit inside while trying to build this house, because I had this house pinned on Pinterest, like a real house with a floor plan, and I was like so excited with it. And when it came together I was like, oh my god, this house is so cute. And I was sitting there and I was like, oh my god, like all of these things I would love to put in it that I can't because I'm trying to do a limited pack build. But I'm here for my limited pack builds, okay? I'm here for my limited pack sisters. Honestly, I don't even have all the packs, and I create content pretty frequently for The Sims, so like I'm here with all of you, and I get it. I get the struggle. But I actually think this house came out really cute. And again, because it is a limited pack build, you can always download it and then, like, kind of add in whatever you're feeling with whatever packs you have. Because that's the frustrating part, is when you download something with so many packs from the gallery, and it, like, replaces the items with all this random shit, and you're like, what the fuck? This is not even the same house. But this house is really playable. I think it is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath house. It is very pink, but I will not be apologizing for that because, as many of you know, I'm in my pink era. Did you see my vision board? Let me show it to you. This is my vision board. I'm gonna hang it up. But as you can see, I'm very much in my pink era, and, like, I won't be apologizing for it. So this house is no exception. And I'm not gonna lie, I personally think this house might be a little ugly. I think it might be a little ugly, and I won't really elaborate on that. Because if you think it's beautiful, first of all, don't hype me up like that. I'm obsessed. But I was trying to do something with the landscaping because the romantic garden stuff pack is obviously, like, centered around fucking gardening. And, like, I'm just gonna be honest. I am so bad at landscaping. And this particular build really highlighted how poor I actually am at landscaping. But just know I tried my hardest, okay? I tried my hardest, and I'm very sensitive, and, like, you can be like, yeah, sis, like, not your best work, but, like, if you tell me it's ugly, like, just know I'll think about that at night. I'll think about that at night, like, a lot. But yeah, and I also think it's really fitting that this house is so pink because I have some shit to talk right now. For those of you who have been following me for a while, then you know I'm in my pink era. Not only am I in my pink era, but I fucking saw the Barbie movie and I loved it. Because it was fucking fantastic. I will not elaborate further on as to why I liked it. If you didn't like it, that's fine. This is not for you. But I, like so many others, saw the little clips of the Golden Globes. Excuse me, what are you talking about? Just plastic boobies. I am so irritated. And, like, I typically try to not be chronically online about things and, like, get pissy about shit that's online. Because, like, I don't know this person. I don't know who this comedian is. I still don't know who he is. I don't really care. And I'm certainly not going to be kept awake at night by his comments, per se. But, like, no offense, it was like a cultural fucking reset. And after all of, like, COVID kind of really took a big hit with, like, movies getting made. And then obviously there was the massive writer's strike that just recently ended. And, like, for me, and I can't talk for everyone, so I'm just going to talk shit about me. That movie was, like, so special to me, and I am actually somewhat, like, kind of icked out that he really wanted to get a quick little laugh over a movie that meant so much to so many of us. Like, my mom and my mom and I didn't get to see it together. I was like, Heather, you have to watch this movie. So it came out on HBO Max, and she, like, kept it on and was, like, doing chores. And she's like, I was literally doing chores, and I, like, stopped and sat down and, like, watched it. And I was like, yeah, that's because America Ferrera was out there doing the fucking Lord's work in the Barbie movie. And, anyway, I just think that sometimes there are things that are for the girls, and I don't think that people who are not the girls should be commenting on the girls' things. That's all I have to say. Even my brother, and my brother is, like, 13, and he's very He's such a boy, okay? And my brother, like, tried to, he's like, I wouldn't want to see the stupid Barbie movie. I was like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up right now. Because although I'm an adult and I'm 10 years older than my brother, so we never really did the whole, like, sibling squabble thing like normal people do because there's, like, quite an age gap there. So, like, if I fight with my brother, I'm just an adult fighting with a teenage child. Like a tween. That's fucking weird. I'm not doing that. But I looked him in the face and I was like, if you utter another word of disrespect, I'll fucking come for you. And he was like, I'm sorry. And he got it all a little bit hurt. One thing about my mom's children, my mom has 3 of us. I'm the middle. I don't know if you can tell by my intense God complex or my attention issues. But I am a middle child, and I have an older sister. We used to fight horribly. We don't necessarily get along too well as grown-ups. But my brother is the baby. You can tell. Shout out to Wyatt. I love you, Wyatt. And we didn't get to do the whole sibling squabble thing, but I did tell him, I was like, I will kick your ass. I'm so sorry. Like, and those of you who have siblings, I feel like you kind of know what I'm talking about, and then others of you are like, oh my god, like, you just literally, like, threatened to kick the ass of a small child. No, I didn't. First of all, my brother is a big boy. He's taller than me. So really, does it really count? And also, one thing I tell him, I'm like, if you're gonna talk your shit, you gotta be able to back it up. And he was talking shit, and I was like, if I have to smack you, I will. And he was like, I don't want you to smack me. I don't know why you're being so sensitive. I'm sensitive? Anyway, so my point was that my mom has 3 kids. And all of us, my sister's the oldest, then me, then my brother, we all got progressively more sensitive. So, like, I'm sensitive. I'm gonna just make that very clear. I'm very sensitive. So, like, later when you're like, yeah, your build is fucking ugly, I'll be like, I know I said it, and I know I said it was cool if you pointed it out, but, like, actually really fucking hurtsies my feelings. But my brother is a sensitive noodle, and I just love that for him. I hope he's always sensitive. And, like, he hates when I say that, because he's just like, I'm a manly man. I'm like, first of all, no, the fuck you're not. Like, your voice cracks. Calm down. But, like, I hope he's always, like, just, like, a sensitive little noodle. Because, like, okay, so, like, we got into this little squabble about the little Barbie movie. He's like, it's stupid, blah, blah, blah. But then he came over and he was like, I'm really sorry. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. And I was like, you didn't hurt my feelings. I was, like, kind of joking with you. But I was like, you're so cute. You're, like, so adorable. But whatever. That, and he has a secret TikTok account that he's not allowed to have, that he thinks that my mom knows nothing about. But, like, obviously, my mom knows. And even if she didn't know, I told on him. I was like, Heather, get your son. And she's like, yeah, I know. He's not supposed to have one. But, like, as long as he's not being bad on it. I was like, okay, well, whatever. So, yeah, basically, I'm a narc. At least when it comes to my brother. But I would like, keep it for real. Like, you know, for, like, important stuff. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe that's a lie. Actually, you know what? Final consensus, I will be a narc if I have to be. But maybe I'll try not to be. But I have no problem if I am. Anyway, I have just talked through this entire house. We are moving up to the upstairs. I absolutely suck at floor plans. I suck at landscaping and floor plans, and yet I still build at least 2 to 3 times a week on my channel. So, that's questionable on my part. But, I really like the way this house came together, and that is because the floor plan is not mine. I took this floor plan from a floor plan website, and if you are someone who really likes to decorate, because, like, I always tell people, I'm like, oh yeah, like, I like to build. That's a fucking lie. I like to decorate, and because I like to decorate, and I make content, I find myself having to do a lot of stuff I don't like landscaping and freaking floor plans, but I started looking at floor plans on Pinterest, and let me tell you, that's the fucking hack. Just do it. It doesn't always translate perfectly, but it, like, gives you a better idea as to, like, what you want to do. I really struggle with where to place stairs and also having really large hallways. And this hallway actually ended up being a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be. But, again, I was trying my very best, and I was also struggling with the fact that this house ended up being kind of big, and I was only using the base game and romantic garden stuff. So, you try to decorate a house this size with just romantic garden stuff, you will struggle. I've made this kids' room, and this is my favorite part of the entire house, because I just like using, like, the little base game wallpaper. I actually love this, like, little swatch of pink, but I use this lamp. It's a base game lamp, obviously. I don't know why I keep pointing that out, but it's a base game lamp, and I feel like I had never fucking seen it before, and I was just like, I loved this room. I thought it was so cute, the little princess castle. Ah, there it is. I feel like I've never seen that lamp before, and I've certainly never used it before. I do know that for facts. And I was just happy with the way the entire house came out. Like, I put a little backpack there. I was like, I don't want to hype myself up that much because the rest of the house arguably looks really fucking bad. But this room, I was onto something. And I was in my pink era. It has been, like, really fun embracing my girlhood lately because I was such a tomboy as a kid. But I will tell you, it's almost embarrassing because I don't do anything gradually. I'm not the most patient person by nature. So, like, one day, a couple months ago, I was like, you know what? I kind of like pink. Like, I kind of like it. And now, if you've been watching my channel, you're like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, there are other colors. And I'm like, just leave me alone. Or, like, my chair. Look at my little cow chair. Oh. I have just been, like, in it. And it makes it so bad. So, like, I have Christmas decor. And this year is, like, the first time I've lived in, like, a really comfortable space through college. Oh, my God. That was, like, a real little trauma dump there. So sorry, guys. Love my house. Slay. And so I get to put up my little Christmas decorations and whatnot. And I was like, I need pastel. We're going for, like, aqua pastel pink mint. We're having a pastel Christmas, right? Except, like, all my decorations I had at that point were very much, like, traditional Christmas Hallmark vibes. And, like, a normal person would buy, like, a couple of things. I went fucking crazy. You should have seen how many of the fucking, little bottle brush trees I bought. Because I saw this one photo on Pinterest, like, 5 years ago. And I was like, fuck it, I have disposable income. Trees everywhere! Do you know how many trees I fucking bought? I think I bought, like, 40 or 50 of them. Just so I could, like, have this thing I wanted. Oh my God, we're in the backyard and I like cut out some of the landscaping, but I forgot to like unpause and I cut out like all the backyard and I'm so sorry about that. Like, I was like, I'm building this house for romantic garden stuff, so it's like all about the garden, and then I cut it out. But you know what really saved this house is this little like chopper thing that you see on the back there. And I was obsessed, but we are going to see part of it. Oh Lord. You know what really stresses me out is when I look at my phone and I have a text from my landlord, LinkedIn, and like my business email. I'm like, oh my God, what did I forget? I told my manager the other day. He was like, oh yeah, like I'll text you about like, it's something about the schedule at work. Like I was covering a shift I don't normally work for someone. And he's like, I'm not sure if I'll need you. I was like, well, just text me and let me know. I was like, but if you text me, keep in mind my manager, he's a very serious, very professional dude. Love him. I was like, you have to know I'm really sensitive. So, like, if you're going to text me, you got to put some emojis or something, because if you text me on Monday and I think you're mad at me, by the time my shift rolls around, I want to let you know that the pressure and anxiety of thinking you're mad at me will simply crush me like a fucking bug, and I won't even be able to make it to work. And I know that might be kind of embarrassing, but I don't care. I speak my truth. I talk my shit, if you will. And you guys are, like, looking at the backyard, you're like, oh my God, it might be, like, kind of cute. And I'm going to put, like, this little garden here in a second, because I was like, I need to, like, pop it a little bit more in terms of romantic garden stuff. Except it wasn't really working. I was just trying to put everything in. And, like I said, I could have done better at this house, but I also could have done worse. I ended up making a rose garden over here with literally only roses. So if the roses don't grow in the season, when we go into the live tour, just know it's just going to look like little clumps of dirt everywhere. But with that being said, we are going to head into a live tour right now. Okay, team, we have finally made it to this house. I don't want to call it a monstrosity because it is cute. Like, I really like the bones, but I just can't get behind the overall execution. Here is the backyard. Could you imagine going over to someone's, like, you know, fucking middle-class suburban house, and they just have these, like, dramatic statues just, like, there? Yeah. Well, this house has them. And then, obviously, this is one of the best items in the entire pack, and I fucking adore it. This little jungle gym. Here's, like, a little seating area. This could be cute if I were better at everything. I don't know. Anyway, but then of course we have our little rose garden over here. I actually think this is, again, a really cute idea. Execution-wise, I don't know. I tried my very fucking best, okay? But let's get into the tour. There's obviously a truck outside. There's a car, which means this is like a Supreme house, obviously. But you come in, there's like a little entryway. Oh, that's embarrassing. Hold on. But there's like a little entryway. Where did my stair railings go? There we go. Okay. Which I think is so cute and perfect. And it's just pink fucking everywhere. I really was limited because, again, this was just base game only. But I honestly want to, like, redo this house with more packs because I had a lot of ideas for it. And they were soiled by my, my attempt to do my limited pack really some justice. But it can be a challenge. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Okay, perfect. But here's our little kitchen, our formal dining room. I put the jukebox in here, which I never use. So, again, an immediate slay on my part. The French doors are perfection. Let me tell you, if this house was IRL, other than like the way it's kind of styled, I think I'd be into it. And then you come up here, you obviously have like the little stair landing and whatnot. And then we have a hallway bathroom right here with a toddler potty. It's a big ass hallway bathroom, which is, I think it's funny because, again, I ended up doing ultimately Jack and Jill bathrooms. So we have a nursery attached to a Jack and Jill bathroom, and I could just imagine this bathroom in real life. I just, like, think that wallpaper would be so nice to, like, feel against my hand, like the satiny material. And then we have this, like, children's or teens room, whatever you want. I love her. The floor lamps are clipping. Ignore that because I don't have the mental capacity to hate on myself for that. Then we have the primary bedroom for this, like, artistic little lady. I don't know. I don't know. All my Sims are artists, if you ask me. They all play chess and have art easels, even though I actually don't know anyone off the top of my head who I regularly associate with, to the point where I would just go to their house where they have a full chess table and an art easel. And definitely not both. So, whatever. And then, of course, a little ensuite bathroom. But, yeah, that is the entire house. And then we just have this, like, little back porch right down here. Let's see. Oops. Then it just got, like, a grill and a table. And, of course, this thingy. Because why not? I don't know. Very important, if you ask me. And, honestly, I think the best part of this house, in my opinion, which this is my house and my channel, is the children's room right here, as well as these little, like, pink ruffly things that come with it. I'm obsessed. And everything else, I still don't know how I feel. I like the idea, but I do see how someone could have done this build more justice than myself. But with that being said, don't forget to grab the pack. It's just on the EA app. I believe it's available for both console and desktop, because I know when they gave away my first pet stuff, it was not available for console, because in order to access my first pet stuff's, like, gameplay items and whatnot, you have to have cats and dogs, so it was like a whole thing. But the Romantic Garden stuff, to my knowledge, is available for both. It's on the gallery, you just buy it, but it's $0.00. And it's yours, you get to keep it forever, so make sure you do that. Even if you're not super interested in the pack, it's free. Like, just take it, okay? EA has taken enough money from us, so just take it, if you please. And this house is available on the gallery. Let me tell you what I put it under. Oopsie doopsie. It is under Rosie Dwelling, and my gallery ID, as always, is linked in the description box down below. It is also just Tiana, like the princess, 305. And if you like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below what you'd like to see next. And if you're going to tell me my house is ugly, just know, be nice. Be nice when you tell me my house is ugly. Okay? That's all I ask. And I promise most of my builds are not ugly, so feel free to hit that subscribe button so you can keep hanging out with me. And don't forget to drink your water, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.